Hello there. Only One Kenobi here, only one. I am filming this on Remembrance Sunday, and I just want to do a quick video about it. It's about Dooku, and I'm sure that if you are like myself, you enjoyed Tales of the Jedi. I loved it. Really good. Already getting spoilt at the minute with Andor, which is kicking ass, in my opinion anyway. But, so this Dooku here, I'll try and pull up now a picture of a custom that was sent to me by a good friend of mine, Lau, patron of the channel and very generous guy indeed, sent me a lovely dream item, which was a young Dooku. And he sent it just as I wanted it. I didn't request anything, he just sent it to me, but he probably knows from watching my channel what I like about Dooku. And Dooku was robed, and I always liked that idea of Dooku looking like, say, I don't know, Ben Kenobi, or somebody like that. You know, taking the traditional Jedi look, as opposed to, there's another Dooku here, the soft goods there is looking a bit puffy. Hasbro, hint, 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 can you give us a proper Dooku, Hasbro? Anyway, Dooku, I have always said that arrogant characters or aristocratic people like Lando Calrissian and even Vader, who's like a Lord Vader, isn't he? You know, he's right up there, wear capes, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's from an aristocratic background, Dooku, and maybe he dressed like this. Well, I will stop what I was about to say then. I was about to say he dressed like this before he was a Jedi, but no. He would have been a Jedi from a very young age, but maybe his family background wore attire like this. So I never really wanted Dooku to dress like this because I wanted him to look like a Jedi, but, you know, his fall to the dark side was because of his power hunger. You know, he comes from aristocracy. And, yeah. But Dave Filoni went there and he made him look like he did in Attack of the Clones, albeit wearing that same cape of that separatist era of Dooku. So to cut a long story short here, I've changed my custom. So this video here is a figure hack of a figure hack, or a hack of a custom, or a custom of a custom. I don't know how you want to say it, but this is the Dooku that Lau made for me, which is really good. He's got the robes. I think the one in Tales of the Jedi, he looked like that, but it kind of went against the grain of what I always wanted for Dooku. I wanted Dooku to wear a robe like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and all that lot, but he was wearing a cape. And somebody did put in my comments, and forgive me, all these lovely comments I get from people, and I forget who specifically they are. Somebody said that maybe he started wearing a cape as he digressed and fell from the Jedi Order. And that's very true. Anakin himself, I remember reading in a visual dictionary, was questioned by the Jedi elders. They had a problem with him wearing such dark attire. They couldn't stop him, but they had a problem with it. My God, look at that silver paint on there. It's rubbing off a bit, that. But that's a separate issue. I'd love for you to let us know where that body comes from, Lau. I can't think right now. It might even be Quinlan Voss. Is it? Ooh, no, it's not. Very similar. So he does a lot of kit bashing, does Lau. And I can't specifically... I've got other Jedis here. Who have we got here now? Let's have a look. These are all a bit of a mess at the minute because I'm just moving things around. Nope, not him. Anyway, Lau, let us know in the comments how you made this Dooku. But I felt more inspired now because I do trust Dave Filoni. In Filoni, we trust... I feel more confident to put a young Jedi Dooku with a cape now. Because, yeah, why not? You know, he still looks pretty cool. So, not just any cape, man. As I say, that's a bit puffy, man. That needs updating, Hasbro. This cape, which comes from a really, really bad Dooku figure. It's probably the worst figure of Dooku that you can get. And look at this one here, man. You know, it's awful. Very little articulation. It's got one of those slashing maneuvers. It's awful. It's crap. And also the cape just falls off him. It's just awful. I did try and put the cape also on this Dooku. It kind of works, but it's just a little bit too... I don't know, it just didn't fit snugly. It fits on this guy really well, and it's kind of got a sweep to the robe, as you can see. See, it's kind of going over his shoulder there, and it's swooping one direction. So it sits on it very specifically. And anyway, I love it. That works way better, and I like that. But what do you think about Dooku? Let me know in the comments. I always see that as a sign of aristocracy or, richness or arrogance or whatever, which is what Dooku is. Although what we find in Tales of the Jedi, you learn a lot more about his demise, and maybe he was fighting for a just cause, or he could see corruption, but obviously one thing led to another and he took a darker path than he first anticipated. Or at least Palpatine knew how to pull his strings, man. And speaking of Palpatine, I want to kind of get where's my Palpatine now? And speaking of Palpatine, I'm going to get this one here. This is a great Palpatine. That's the Phantom Menace Palpatine. I want another one, because I have him on my Phantom Menace shelf, but that's how he looked in Attack of the Clones as well. Welcome home, Lord Tyrannus. You have done well. I want another one to go with him like that. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Any tips, let me know, ladies and gentlemen. What the f is going on with the focus, man? I did a few Instagram pictures last night anyway. I brought in this Yoda, why not? Made more sense to use that one. That's the youngest looking Yoda you can get. Anything else will be a decade after the Phantom Menace, which will start looking like that, which is very good, that figure. That's very CGI Yoda. I know they CGI'd him in the redos of Phantom Menace in 2012, around the time there was a 3D movie. But the puppet, I always loved the puppet they made for Phantom Menace. It's a shame they cut that out, but that is a brilliant figure. Look at that beautiful paint job. That's the 1999 Yoda. I'd love another one of him, just because why not? I'd put him someplace else. I'd put that Yoda anywhere on any expanded universe display. So I whipped him out. I got this mace, because that was pretty cool, that Mace Windu, although those gauntlets suggest Clone Wars. He just looked good. And then also this Qui-Gon. I've told you about this Qui-Gon before. This Qui-Gon Jinn is the training Qui-Gon from the Phantom Menace line, except just because he looks slightly different from the Phantom Menace, how he looked in Phantom Menace, I kind of, in my head anyway, pretend that this is a younger, more vibrant Qui-Gon that you see in 32 BBY. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so that's it. I just wanted to show you that, and that looks way better. Plus, the most important thing, Lau, is I am now following the Filoni law. And I can understand maybe why that's been done. If that's the case, that he was rebelling or going against the grain of traditional attire by wearing a cape. I never personally wanted Dooku to wear a cape. That was a sign of his independence, a turn back to his roots, his count title, you know what I mean? His leadership role as the head of the Confederacy of Independent Systems. That's where the cape came in. But as a Jedi, I always assumed he would be robing it. But no, he is cloaking it. And there you are, ladies and gentlemen. The last thing I did last night, so I'm going to finish this off, Lau. Lau gave me a hilt. And it was an empty Dooku hilt, which is awesome. I'm going to definitely use that. And what I did was, Lau, I used this last night. This Stanley knife. And I cut the hilt off an old lightsaber of Luke's. And I did this. Look at that. The next step is I'm going to super glue that on here. I'm going to get some super glue, stick that on there. That'll be awesome. But I don't know. I might keep it like that, Lau. When you first sent it to me, Lau obviously had cut off a red blade from that. But you could see the red, like particles of red plastic. Last night, Lau, I coloured it in with this silver Sharpie here. Look at that, man. It's really good. And it's kind of like now giving it a clean edge now. So that looks much better. No offense, Lau, but it didn't look good. But I can't decide. I might actually just put this saber in that I've cut. I don't know, man. The choice is entirely mine, but I love it. I love that. And where are you, Hasbro? When are we going to get something like this? But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I love putting stuff like this together. I am actually considering, right, just for your own interest, getting another shelf like this. That brilliant, them. And where's another one over there in the corner? I love those corner shelves. And I'm going to put it just to the other side of the Death Elf there, in that corner over there. And I'm going to start putting some expanded universe stuff in there, man. Love it. lots to be displayed in that capacity. Anyway, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you've enjoyed the video, do give it a like. Hopefully, if Lau comments, I will pin his comment and you can show him some love and respect for his amazing customs. And I look forward to showing you some more in another video. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.